What's up, friends and fiends, and welcome back to another Minecraft mod showcase. Today we're taking a look at Days in the Middle Ages. This is a mod for Minecraft 1.20.1 on the Forge mod loader. There's also older versions available for 1.19.2 and 1.18.2. We are a Knight of the Realm, and we have been tasked with manning this little border tower and defending the border from pillagers and bandits. And as part of our duties, we need to inspect our property and just make sure that everything is going well. This mod adds some really cool things. It adds this really nice boat model. The boats are not functional. You can't actually get in them like the boats from standard Minecraft. You could place them on the water. The only way you could really get around doing that is you'd have to place a block underneath them and then break that block to be able to make them look like they're on the water. But they're really, really cool. I love the model. I love the oars that it has there. And I like that they're a little bit larger size than the standard boats that are added. Here we have some fish drying on a rack. We have salmon and cod. These just look like they fit so well into Minecraft. They just look like they're a block out of vanilla. I really, really love it. We're going to go into the courtyard here, and we have these really nice carts. The carts are just really, really cool. They, again, are non-functional. They don't move like the carts in some other mods like Decor's carts. You can kind of sort of place items in them. The only problem is they either clip through the bottom like this, or they hover on the inside. I wish that the cart was just up a little bit higher so that you wouldn't have that problem. I wish you could actually place like a barrel or a piece of hay into them. I think that would just look a little bit nicer. We'll check out this stuff in just a second, but we're going to come over here and take a look at these. The well. The well is really nice. I like the texture on it. This is actually two separate blocks. You have the stone well at the bottom, and then you have the roof block, which comes in oak and spruce varieties. I wish it offered some other varieties of wood, but those are the only two offered at the moment. The well is non-functional. You cannot draw water out of it. I kind of wish it was, and I kind of wish there was an actual like water texture at the bottom. Although I suppose you could, you could place water underneath it to make it look like that because it is hollow. So you could actually stack these up several high and put water at the bottom if you wanted to. We're going to come back over here and take a look at these. These are the sword in the wall. It's just a really cool little detail. It's not something you see often in these decorative Minecraft builds. The texture on the sword is a little bit doesn't really fit in with the vanilla aesthetic with the swords, but I just really like it. It's a nice little detail here. The mod also adds these really cool window blocks. And again, like the well, these are two separate pieces. There's an upper piece and a lower piece. And then the grate that you see inside of it, that is actually a separate piece as well. So you can set the windows up so that they are wide open and they don't have the grate, or you can set them up so that they have, so that they don't have the arch, or however you want to do it. Over here, we have an alternate campfire. This is different from the standard campfire that you see in Minecraft. Purely decorative. You can't cook on it like you can normally. But you can, however, douse the campfire and you can relight it using a flint and steel. The mod also adds this tripod. And placing this is a little bit tricky. You actually have to shift right click the tripod to get it to place over the campfire. There is a screenshot on the author's CurseForge page that actually shows a kettle over hanging from the tripod. I couldn't figure out how to do that. I'm not sure if that was from, maybe a different version of the mod pack of the mod, but I couldn't get that to place. If you know how to place the kettle, drop me a message in the comments and let me know how to do that. We're going to go upstairs and enter our tower here. Inside, we have just a little guard's room with some piled swords on the ground. We have a couple of other decorative blocks like these beer barrels with the tap on them, and these empty barrels just for additional decoration. I really like those. We also have this basket full of mushrooms. Mushrooms are a wonderful thing to forage in the forests of the world, of our medieval world. We have these arrow slits, and I'm not sure if you noticed it from the outside, but the arrow slits are flat on one side and angled on the other. That is accurate. However, there is a problem where the developer accidentally flipped these around. The flat side is supposed to be on the outside of the arrow slit. So that's a little unfortunate, but hopefully that will get fixed in a future update. I'm going to run upstairs real quick and take a look. From here, we can survey our kingdom, make sure that there are no bandit raiding parties coming out after everything. Above, we have this thatched roof. These are added by the mod as well, and they're really nice. There's a couple different variety of blocks here. There are the angled blocks for the roof itself, and then for the corners. My only issue with these, I wish there was maybe a slab variety so you could do a couple different angles. That would be really nice. We're going to go down into the basement where we have a jail cell down here. And this is where we keep the captured bandits and pillagers as they await their sentencing after they're caught raiding our villages. The mod adds this really cool cell door. The door is non-functional. It's just purely for decoration. I wish it operated sort of like an iron door where it opened if you gave it redstone. But it's a really great texture. I love the way it looks. We have a pillager who has been caught raiding our towns, and he's hanging upside down from a chain by his ankles. That is not added by the mod. That's something that you can do in vanilla itself. But we have the bones of some of our other ne'er-do-wells that have been captured, these vagabonds. Here we have a skull and some bones placed on the ground, and then the bones of a bandit who's been chained to the wall here. The mod also adds some decorative cobwebs, just a couple different varieties. And I'll see if I can find a spot here where you can see those. So these just function like cobwebs. They're just in slightly different angles and things like that, so you can place some cobwebs in different places. Come around here and check on our trusty steed. The mod adds these animal troughs, which are really neat. They come in a couple different varieties. There is the empty trough, which can be made out of oak or out of spruce. And then if you right-click on the trough with wheat, carrots, or potatoes, it will fill the trough with different varieties. Unfortunately, the trough is non-functional. There are some other mods that add troughs where the animals will actually eat out of them. The mods, or the troughs in this mod, are purely decorative. We'll come around the back, and of course, this is the Middle Ages, and large prisons don't really exist, and neither does rehabilitative justice. So we have to have a way to deal with the bandits and pillagers that are captured. We have the gallows, and then we have the guillotine. The guillotine, I think, actually came about a little bit later than the Middle Ages, although it did come about a little bit sooner than the French Revolution. But this is just a really interesting model. It's actually 3 parts that are stacked on top of each other. The little bloodstain here just made with vanilla redstone wire. Here we have another variety of flame block. This is the fire pit, which, just like the campfire, can be extinguished and relit with a bucket of water and the flint and steel. And then finally, we have the graveyard, which is shows several different varieties of gravestones. These are really great models. I love all of these. There is the wooden cross, the broken stone cross, the tilting wooden cross, and then just the standard headstone. Great little models, especially if you are designing any sort of gravestone. There are a few other items that this mod adds. It adds a leather coin pouch. There are no coins actually added to the mod, so I'm not really sure if that was something the developer planned to add in a later date. You can place items in the coin pouch, however, and if you're using some sort of other currency mod, you could place coins from that in there. Everything in the mod can be created in survival mode. There is an exception in that the ingredients or the recipe for the well makes use of a chain that is added by the mod. And this is a little bit glitched because there is currently no way to craft this chain. That seems like it was either something that the developer planned on doing and never got around to, or maybe is a bit of an error, but you can still access the well from Creative. I'm actually going to be posting on my blog a guide to replacing this recipe with the standard Minecraft chain so that you can actually craft it. That'll be done using Cube.js, which is another mod that allows you to adjust recipes and things like that. So look for that soon. I'll be putting that on the blog in the next day or two, and then I'll put a link to that blog post in the description of this video. Overall, this is a really nice mod. I really enjoy it. It's got a lot of really cool blocks. The mod, I think, is in a little bit of an abandoned state at the moment. It has not received an update since 2023. Hopefully someone else will take over the mod, or the original developer will come back and do some updates to it. But even in the state that it's in, it does add a lot of nice little blocks that you can add to your medieval style builds. It's a really great collection of models, and I think a creative builder could do a lot with these. Make sure that you like and subscribe if you are interested in more Minecraft mods, and stay tuned for more Minecraft mod showcases. Have a great day.